Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a significant development in modern naval warfare as Ukraine undertakes drone strikes against Russian ships and naval infrastructure. We'll go through the exterior aspects, the interior mechanics, performance, capabilities, safety, features, unique selling points, the cost implications, and then draw a conclusion. To begin with, the exterior view of this campaign offers a striking picture of how unmanned weapons are being deployed over the seas and coastlines from the outset. Ukraine has taken operations beyond its immediate land borders and into Russian-held maritime zones such as the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea, where it has targeted ships of the Russian Navy and logistics vessels supporting operations. For example, on November 6, 2024, Ukrainian drones struck the flotilla of the Russian-operated Caspian fleet at Caspian Sea, Dagestan, some 500 km from Ukraine's border, hitting at least 2 missile ships and possibly other small missile craft. Another instance saw a sea-drone strike off Novorossiysk, where a Russian multifunctional vessel was reportedly disabled by a Ukrainian drone. These incidents illustrate how the exterior theater of operations has shifted from land to sea and from near front lines to deep behind enemy lines. The visual effect of ships, once considered safe, anchored near port facilities, being targeted by unmanned vehicles, changes the perception of naval sanctuary. Moreover, the exterior impact extends into psychology and strategy. The knowledge that naval assets are vulnerable forces changes in deployment, base locations, defensive postures, and thereby alters broader maritime strategy. Moving briefly to the interior mechanics of the operations, we observe that the Ukrainian side is leveraging intelligence, unmanned systems, and remote operations combined with stealthy approaches, while the interior paragraph is short. I will say that the drones used are often sea drones or unmanned surface vessels designed or adapted to carry explosives or mines or to deliver payloads against ships. Despite protective measures, they include low-signature approaches and remote control or semi-autonomous navigation guided by satellite or onboard sensors, and sometimes artificial intelligence features. These internal systems represent the backbone of the capability, enabling exterior effects. Turning now to performance, we see that these strikes have delivered results which are noteworthy in scale and significance. The improvements in capability of the drones mean they can hit targets further out at sea with larger explosive payloads. For instance, Ukrainian security service officials stated that the unmanned surface vessel, known as the Sea Baby, has been upgraded to strike ships anywhere in the Black Sea with a range over 10 km and payloads exceeding 1 ton of explosives. In another case, a Russian ship of the Project MPS V-07 class was reportedly hit by a Ukrainian drone off Novorossiysk on September 10, 2025, and the ship's electronic intelligence systems were stated to be destroyed, and it was taken out of service. Similarly, earlier sea drones struck the Russian landing ship Olnigorsky Gornyak at the port of Novorossiysk in 2023, causing it to be sent for repairs and declared unable to carry out its combat missions. The performance thus shows credible capability to inflict damage both to ship hulls and key systems, which degrade operational readiness. The ability to strike deep inside maritime zones, previously considered safe, also demonstrates strategic reach. From an operational perspective, this means that the attacker can neutralize or impose heavy burdens on the defender without directly engaging large fleets or risking traditional combat assets. For the defender, the performance of these drone strikes ups the ante for ship protection, air and sea defense, and naval logistics. Considering safety features in this context, the term takes on a slightly different meaning than for consumer goods, but nonetheless we can identify key protective or defensive mechanisms and risk mitigations built into the drone operations, as well as the safety vulnerabilities on the naval side. From the attacker side, the safety features include unmanned platforms which remove the risk of human crew from the immediate blast zone or ship boarding environments. The drone's remote or autonomous operations reduce exposure of personnel to danger. The stealth characteristics such as low radar cross, section, or cease. Skimming approach also enhance survivability of the systems. The ability to self-destruct or deny capture of the drone hardware helps preserve operational security and prevents intelligence recoveries. From the defender's side, the notion of safety revolves around how ships protect themselves. In multiple reported strikes, the Russian defensive measures were insufficient or overwhelmed. For example, in the Novorossiysk case, the ship's electronic intelligence systems were destroyed by the drone strike. That indicates a safety failure on the defender's part. Thus, while safety features for the attacker emphasize remote risk and stealth, the safety failures for the defender underline how vulnerable traditional naval assets become when unmanned threats penetrate defenses. The unique selling points of these operations, why they stand out, are manifold. First, the long-range reach is significant. Drones striking 500 km away from the front line, as in the Caspian Sea example, show that geography is no longer a protective barrier in the same way. Second, the low cost relative to traditional naval platforms and missiles means the attacker can escalate effect without proportionally large investment. Rather than building or losing a warship, the attacker can deploy unmanned systems at a fraction of the cost and risk. Third, the psychological and strategic impact is high. The fact that ships anchored in their own ports can be hit lowers morale, forces redeployment, raises defensive costs, and complicates logistical support. Fourth, this is innovation in naval warfare. Using unmanned surface vessels as offensive weapons against warships is a paradigm shift from conventional naval engagements. Fifth, the asymmetry. Smaller, harder-to-detect systems can challenge large warships or flotillas. This means the U.S. unmanned aerial systems and USV unmanned surface vessels redefine naval power projection and defense. These points collectively mark this campaign as unique in the modern era of naval operations. When it comes to cost or price implications, though the term is somewhat metaphorical, in a military tech context, we can discuss cost from two angles. The cost to launch and operate the drone systems versus the cost inflicted on the opponent. On the one hand, the attacker's cost is relatively modest. Unmanned drone systems cost far less than piloted aircraft or major warships. They require smaller crews and logistics footprints, and the remote nature reduces risk to personnel. On the other hand, for Russia, the cost is substantial. Repairing or replacing warships, loss of sensors or intelligence equipment, disruption of port operations, and deterrent effects all compound into large strategic and financial burdens. For instance, the Project MPS V-07 vessel, reportedly disabled by the drone strike, was valued at about $60 million. The cost to Russia of disrupted operations at a major oil export port as a result of drone strikes can reach tens of millions of dollars per day in lost revenue. In short, the attacker buys effect at relatively low cost. The defender incurs high cost in risk, repair, defense, and deterrence. In conclusion, the campaign by Ukraine of drone strikes against Russian naval ships represents a significant evolution in modern warfare at sea. The exterior footage and geography show a bold extension of unmanned operations into maritime zones once thought secure. The interior mechanics show how intelligence, remote technologies, unmanned platforms, and stealth combine to enable these operations. The performance speaks for itself: damage, reach, innovation, and strategic effect. The concept of safety has shifted. Unmanned systems protect operators while placing traditional naval assets at new risk. The unique selling points clearly identify this as a paradigm shift: long reach, low cost, high impact, and asymmetry. The cost calculus is favorable for the attacker and heavy for the defender. For viewers interested in military technology, geopolitics, or warfare strategy, this means we are witnessing not just incremental change, but potentially structural change in how navies project power, how coastal defenses respond, and how maritime conflict is waged in an era of unmanned systems. Traditional assumptions of naval sanctuary, port safety, and fleet dominance are under challenge. Navies must adapt, defenses must evolve. The sea may no longer be exclusively the domain of big ships and large crews. Thank you for watching and for engaging with this deep dive into what may be one of the more consequential developments in the 21st century, maritime domain. I invite you to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments about how you see unmanned naval warfare evolving and what implications this has for global strategy. Until next time, stay informed and curious.